So, I was on a live earlier today, and it's just been on my mind. It's been on my mind all day. It was, um, I guess this is a highly sensitive issue, which it really isn't. It's not a highly sensitive issue. It's just people making it out to be a highly sensitive issue. It wouldn't be a highly sensitive issue if you realized who has the ultimate power at the end of the day. Anyways, I was on a live with it was a debate between pro-choice and pro-life. But I just want to make a statement here. So it was a panel of men, of course, talking about or dictating to women what they should and should not do to their bodies, whether they should bring a child into this world or not. Like, if you really stop and think about it, men don't really have a choice. Only way a man knows that he's going to have a baby is if the woman opens up her mouth and says something. If the woman doesn't open up her mouth and say something, he don't know shit. He doesn't know anything. So really, how much power does he have? And people are like, oh, you can go to, and just for the sake of this argument, I am going to say, I guess I am pro-life. I am pro-life depending on the circumstances, because not every man deserves to have children brought into this world. That is my position. Because some of these men have or impregnate women through really bad experience. For example, rape, even child rape or whatever, right? And so these men are like, oh, they brought up a discussion like, yeah, if a 12-year-old child gets raped, girl gets raped by a man, she should have that baby. How would that man even know that she was even pregnant in the first place? He doesn't. So really, whose power is it? And you know what? I want to tell you, ladies, something. If you have a baby for a man, you know he's a piece of shit. You know he's a piece of work. Don't open up your mouth and say anything. Don't put his name on the certificate, because what he doesn't know, he doesn't know. It's as simple as that. And let me also tell you, you know why during, like, I think it's the Dark Ages or whatever, when they were killing off the witches, those weren't witches, those were women who were herbalists. They knew how the herbal worked. They knew how to do healing and do all kinds of things with the plant world. And that's why those narcissistic men back in the day, I think that was like 1400s, maybe early. I need to do some research on that. They were killing off and crucifying and burning these women is because they realized these women had power over them and they didn't like it. As narcissistic men don't like women who are strong and dependent and have more knowledge and wisdom than they do. That's why we lost a lot of our herbal knowledge, because those women knew the knowledge of the plants. You don't need to actually go to an abortion clinic to have an abortion. Do you know that? You don't need to go to an abortion clinic. And I'm not talking like using hangers or anything like that. No. No. Okay? The creator made, if you think about it like this, think about it like this. Okay? It's very simple. Nothing doesn't have to be complex unless if you want it to be. Okay? Pharmaceutical companies who have their drugs, where do they go to get their ingredients to make the drugs? There's only one place they have to go. It's nature. It's as simple as that. There is knowledge out there. I can understand. I'm not saying to use abortion as a form of birth control. I don't agree with that. But if there are certain circumstances where you are being severely abused, you've been raped, there's incest involved, you know, right? We all know. I don't think it's right to force a woman to bring that child in. Why would you want to do that? I have to share this story with you guys. this is a story that my mom told me like years ago, because life is just so complex. We just never really know, and we're just so quick to jump the gun. Like, yes, life can be simple, but it can also be very complex. This is the story my mom was telling me. Like, back home, there was a severely handicapped girl. Okay. I think she had one leg. She was disabled, she was mute, and she was deaf, right? When she was 15, came to find out that she had been raped by a married man in the community where she lived. And so they didn't terminate the pregnancy because they didn't realize that she was pregnant until almost the day that she was going to have this baby, right? So she ended up having the baby. Her mother, the grandmother, decided, okay, we're going to keep this baby. We're going to raise the baby. Okay. So the baby was a girl. So this girl, she was raised by the grandma, not really by the mom, because as I said, that the mother was incapacitated. She didn't have I think she had the cognitive awareness of a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old. So the mom didn't have the mental ability to look after this child. So the girl was raised by the grandmother. So the girl ended up doing really well in school, went to the States, became a nurse. Now as time goes on, say 20 years later, the grandmother is old now, and she had always been worried because it was just the two of them, right? What is going to happen to my daughter because she's incapacitated? And then she got pregnant. And so many years pass. The baby now is grown, and she's a nurse, and she's doing really well. The grandmother passed away. What happened with that child of rape is that she ended up looking after her mother, who was handicapped or retarded. Sorry, I don't know the political correct word, right? So she was mentally challenged. I think that's the word is. Mentally challenged. That child of rape actually ended up looking after the mom. So in certain circumstances, we just never know why things happen, and we shouldn't just be so cutthroat. Nothing is ever black and white. There is a lot of gray areas in life, so we just never know. However, that being said, if a woman decides that she, you know how much energy, mental, physical, spiritual, it takes to incubate another human being inside of your body. You know what that takes? I don't think, and I know, men should not dictate what a woman should do with her body, because at the end of the day, you guys don't know. You guys don't even know until one of us tells you. Like, you know how they're all saying, yeah, you need a man. Yeah, okay, you need a man, but what if he's not a good man, okay? It is better to be a single mom with kids, okay, than have them being locked up by yourself with a narcissistic man who wants to do nothing but destroy you and your children. These men, they don't understand how much it takes to bring these children into the world. Not every man deserves to have a child being brought into this world. Not every woman should be forced to bring a child into this world that she doesn't want. If you have a child or you're pregnant with a child and you don't want this child, do you know that affects it, even though the child is in your body? Do you know that affects the child in a negative way? Why would you as a man want that? Why would you as a man would want the child to be incubated in a place that he's not wanted? You know what I mean? Why would you want that? Anyways, you don't have a choice in the matter anyways. And I think that women just need to just stop debating with these men about what they're going to do with your body. Why are you debating with somebody who has no power? Why are you debating with somebody who has no power at the end of the day? And they don't have any power because they don't have the knowledge of whether you're pregnant or not. They don't know if you're going to have their baby or not. I used to get cussed out. Oh, you're a single mom. You're this and you're that. And your child is born in wedlock. And da-da-da-da-da-da. That is all tactics to put women in fear that, oh, she's going to be a single mom. There's a lot of women who are raising their children on their own, and those children turn out to be really successful. Okay? Really successful. I'm just saying that stop debating with these men what you're going to do with your body. Debate with them for what? They just need to keep their mouth shut. And you know what? Maybe I'll make that another discussion because I got so normal. There's no need to debate, period. They don't know. They don't know anything unless you open up your mouth and say something. Okay? Why are we debating with these men? Especially with these narcissistic men about what we're going to do with our bodies and our wombs. Are you serious? Why are we even debating that? Why is that even up for debate? Men, you think we don't have a choice? No, you are the ones who don't have any choice.